My next show.
Oh gosh, it's your boy Charlie Sloth, the People's Prince, the best looking fat guy in the universe. And right now I'm joined by the man, the myth, the legend, Charlamagne Tha God.
My man Charlie.
What's up, bro?
Peace,
How
my
are you,
brother.
man? You good?
I fuck with your shit heavy. I seen a few of your joints. I saw the one with Tink
Oh yeah.
when you got drunk.
Oh yeah.
You got high. You was eating
No,
edibles.
there was like some crazy flavored sweets, like
Yeah.
dog food flavor.
Oh, I thought y'all was eating edibles and you got sick.
Nah.
Oh, all right. My bad. Damn.
How you been, bro?
I'm blessed and highly favored, my brother.
Life is good.
Life is good, man. Nothing to complain about. And if I do complain, who gonna listen anyway?
I think everyone will listen. A lot of people are listening, cuz.
That is true. I don't think complaining gets anything done. I'd rather discuss solutions than sit around and discuss problems. You know what I mean?
Now, bruv, you've interviewed nearly everyone. Anyone who's anyone's passed up to the Breakfast Club. You've done your damn thing.
Yeah.
Which 3 interviews for you are your favorite all time?
3 of all time. Actual interviews. I mean, I like the interviews that actually, I leave feeling empowered. I leave feeling enlightened. I get something from. So for me, it would be guys like the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, Dick Gregory, people like Pastor Carl Lentz. But if I just had to say a top 3 of just like the ones that I thoroughly enjoyed, it'd be the second Kanye West interview. Not the first one. Everybody thinks the first one because, I told him Yeezus was whack and all that. But the second one, the Dame Dash interview.
That was a great interview.
That was a good interview. And I probably would have to say, even though it was only 2 minutes and 30 seconds, the Birdman put some respect on my name was decent.
Now, talking about Birdman,
Yeah.
what was you thinking when he started getting in on you lot?
Nothing, because I already knew it was going to happen.
You knew it was going to happen?
Yeah, they called me like 2 weeks prior, like 4 o'clock in the morning, which isn't unusual because everybody knows I'm up that early because I got to be to work. And so Malcolm from Cash Money called me, and he was like, yo, Birdman wants to come up in a couple weeks. I already knew it was going to be, you know what I'm saying? Because K. Michelle had just left, and she kind of went at Angela Yee. And I mean, if you watch The Breakfast Club over the years, I'm not the type person to shut you down if you are aggressive or, you want to get some shit off your chest. I'm just going to let you do it. So I think he felt like, you know what, I'm going to go in there and make a moment. And I knew that when they called. So it's like when he walked in, I knew he was going to be on some shit, especially being that he was in the lobby and Lose Yourself by Eminem was playing and he was pacing back and forth. He had all his goons with him. I knew it was going to be some shit. So it was just like, whatever. It's just like, what level up is it going to be?
Now, I listened to your show the next day after that, and you was talking about they was trying to call a truce, like apologizing.
Well, they actually did reach out to Envy. Birdman did reach out to Envy from what Envy told me and apologize to Envy. And, they wanted me and Birdman to get on the phone, but I just didn't see the point because I didn't know him before that, and I don't need to know him after this. Like, I'm going to always have my opinion. That's why I always tell people I'd rather be of the people than of the industry. I don't want to be buddy-buddy with you guys. I don't want to be these industry artist friends because when you do that, they feel like you can't give your opinion about them anymore. You can't give a genuine opinion. Like if I hear a story about, Lil Wayne saying F Birdman, F Cash Money because they not paying him his bread, paying him what he's rightfully earned, I want to be able to say, why the hell isn't Birdman paying Lil Wayne his money? That's wrong. For Lil Wayne, a guy you call your son, a guy that you got tattooed on your chest, a guy that you've kissed in the mouth, a guy that there would be no Young Money, Cash Money without, pay him his bread. I want to be able to say that without thinking, that's my man, Birdman. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want that.
Now, are you still selling the Put Some Respect on My Name t-shirts?
Well, no, that was Birdman selling those.
Was it?
Yeah. You should send us a thank you card. You know what I mean?
You need commission on that. You should be hitting that 20%.
That's his. Listen, I can pronounce respect. Okay, if I pronounced respect, like respect, then I would want commission. Like if it was like straight, street, strong, and he spelled it with a K, then I want commission because that's how I talk. But I know how to pronounce respect.
Now, New York radio is mad influential when it comes to the hip hop scene. What role would you say the Breakfast Club plays in shaping the culture of hip hop?
I think that we play a part as far as getting people's personalities out, because this is a personality-driven business nowadays. Like, it's not even just about somebody's music anymore. Like, people will hear you and know you got a dope record and may not even check for you, but they may see an interview with you where they're like, yeah, I really like that guy. Let me tune into what what he was talking about. Let me go see what record he was promoting and something like that. So I think we shaped the culture as far as personality. 'Cause I tell people all the time, man, radio don't break records no more. I don't give a what nobody say. I'm talking about regular, everyday terrestrial radio does not break records anymore. I laugh when I hear DJs on the radio talking about exclusive. I got this first. Bro, the DJ internet breaks all the records nowadays. I feel like our job is just to showcase personalities, give people who necessarily wouldn't have those platforms the platform. Because where else is there for people to go? There's no 106 in Parks no more. There's no TRLs. Like, where else is there to go except for the Breakfast Club? Like, there's really no place else to go.
How do you think the New York hip-hop scene sits right now? You think it's healthy? You think... there's a revival on the way.
Yeah, I think it's healthy. I just think people got to stop looking for it to go back. You know what I mean? If you get out of that mindset, first of all, most that still want hip hop to be like it was in the 90s, they wear denim jean shorts and Timberlands in the summertime. Let's be clear. And they're probably 40-something years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, New York never went nowhere. Like, when did Fab ever go anywhere? When did Jay-Z ever go anywhere? We act like Nicki Minaj hasn't been prospering out here. We act like A$AP Rocky hasn't been prospering out here. French Montana. Like, you got guys. And then you still always have, like, the Manos, the Uncle Murders. You got guys like the New Kid, A Boogie. You got the Troy Abs. You know what I'm saying? Like, New York, you got Dave East. Like, New York never went nowhere. Like, for me, if you ask me where the hottest rappers out right now, I'm going to say Chicago. I'm going to say nobody's doing it better than Chicago right now. You got Kanye. I thought Life of Pablo was dope. You got Chance the Rapper, you got Joy Perp, you got, Vic Mensa, you got Tank. I think that Chicago is killing it right now. You know what I mean? BJ the Chicago Kid. But other than that, it's like what? The South been doing what it's been doing, for all of these years. The West Coast got a good revival going on. Like, Canada's even booming. Like, everybody's popping right now. So it's like there is no one region that runs. I would still say the South, though, only because so many people from other regions still try to sound like Southern artists. OT Genesis with the Cut It's and the Cocos, those South sound, you know what I mean? Designer, that's Future.
Well, what do you think about that situation, the Designer and Future situation? How do you feel about that?
It's just a matter of influence. Like, that kind of shows us that maybe we're not giving Future the credit he deserves. Because I feel like, when people start imitating you, that's when you're really having a real influence on the culture. You're really impacting the culture. So for me, Designer's just a young kid who grew up listening to Future. He really likes Future. And if you listen to him talk, he really sounds like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I saw a meme that was funny as hell, which could be true. Designer is actually baby Future from the future who, Sierra brought back to this generation to still Future shine. You know what I mean? That could be the case. But for me, it's just like, he's just influenced, man. What's wrong with being influenced by somebody? Eventually he may find his own sound.
Now, what's your relationship like these days with Drizzy Drake?
I never had a relationship with Drake.
But I know that, there was a little bit of animosity between the two of you, and then the Meek situation popped off. He sent you some bottles.
Yeah, listen, I'm a very objective cultural critic. I've never been a fan of Drake singing. I think when he sings, it sounds like Sandra Huxtable being depressed over Elvin on that old episode of The Cosby Show. Like, the flowers have died, there is no morning dew. The crickets sing sad love songs, and I am so blue. And I've been adamant and consistent about that. I don't like when he sings, but when he raps, he's one of the best.
Insane, right?
And it's not even close. When he raps, he's one of the best. He says things in records that I've never heard before. Like, that's just the truth to the matter. One of my favorite verses from him is off French Montana's Pop That. And people don't pay that verse no attention because of the content of the song. But when he started that off, I'm about being single, seeing double, making triple. I hope you hating never make a nickel. It's good to make it better when your people make it with you. Money coming, money going. Ain't like you can take it with you. Like, we right now, back then we shit right now. Like, those are bars to me. Like, so I've always liked him as a rapper, but it's like when he got into it with Meek, he showed us a side of himself that we'd never seen before. And I think if you're a fan of hip hop, you had no choice but to salute that and respect that. Like, that was a dope chess move he pulled on Meek Mill. Back to Back was a phenomenal record, whether my name was in it or not.
I was gonna say that. When you hear your name pop up on the record, especially when it's Drizzy Drake, how does that make you feel? You must get a started guys. You must be like, yeah, don't know.
That was a dope night in hip hop. I mean, that was a dope night in hip hop because I remember getting up at 4 a.m. and somebody texting me and saying, yo, you gonna want to hear this Drake record. And I said, what Drake record? He said, the diss. And I said, well, Charged Up, I heard it already. He said, nah, the new one. Now, mind you, because Charged Up had just came out.
Yeah.
Like 3 days ago. I'm like, a new one? And then I went to Drake's page, and all you see is Scary Hours. But that was, all of that dope. And then back-to-back drop. So that was just a crazy day, a crazy morning. And then, he sent the bottles up here. And I just thought that whole rollout of that diss record, the whole way that he strategized it, the execution of it was dope. It's just, I don't like when he sings. Like, I don't know what to tell y'all. But I can't, I used to say, like, he's a pretty albino girl. I used to call him Princess Boy. Can't do that no more. The reason I can't do that no more is because we saw him stand up like a G when all that happened with Meek. And, he handled it like a G. So it's just like, hey, salute to him. He's the dude that you saw sitting in the bar and he looked very unassuming. And then you realize he's an MMA fighter. Now you're sitting there with your goddamn foot literally up your ass. He's literally taking your foot and put it up your ass. So now it's just like, okay, leave him alone.
Now, loads of things popping for you. What's next for Charlamagne Tha God?
Domination, man. I just want to continue to grow in this media world. The biggest thing for me right now is empowering other people. I feel like when you get put in positions of power, you're put in those positions of power to empower. So if you see me now, I'm doing like a lot of executive producing. I got like a lot of different television shows that I'm executive producing. We got the podcast, the Loudspeaker Network, which I think is dope because, there's so many people out here I feel like got real dope voices, but they just don't have a platform to express those voices. So, want to give people an opportunity to maybe do that, but they got to take it really serious. Like, a lot of people that have gotten those opportunities have really ran with them. So for that, for me, that's what I want to do. I got my book coming out.
That's going to be interesting.
Yeah, my book comes out in, I got to turn it in by September. It'll be out early 2017. So it's just real, but my book is like, I'm calling it an adult children's book. It's just like it's not necessarily a memoir, but it's like 8 life lessons that actually have made me become who I am. And I feel like it's just 8 regular everyday things that people can apply to their life and their situation. And I'm using things that have happened in my life as examples to show this worked for me. It could work for you too. Period.
Bro, nothing but respect, man. Thanks for
Love,
your time.
man. Thank you for having me,
Charlamagne
Charlie.
Tha God.
Yes, sir.
Oh, gosh.